Hi students, how are you? Yes, nowadays we are facing a major problem. Okay, the novel coronavirus is very dangerous in our daily life. The virus is spreading almost in India. So don't worry, be safe at home, and we are using sanitizers and then the proper hand washing with soap water. There are not more, and direct contact with eyes, nose, mouth, etc. using mask, and keep social distancing. Okay. In this disease is spreading, super spreading. I think this disease will super spreading in our nature. Be safe. Okay. Then I just saying this type of viral infections in this time. Now we are going to studying about, yes, why do we fall ill? Why do we fall ill? That is our subject. In this topic, including viral infection, bacterial infection, fungal infections, protozoal infections, etc. So, this novel coronavirus is also very dangerous, like another viruses. So we are clear now about, we are aware now about this type of viral infections. Microorganisms cause diseases, etc. And then first, the basic conditions for good health. We have already learned that good health, what is disease, etc. So the basic conditions of good health are mainly classified 6 types. The first one is proper balance and nutrition in diet. The lack of proper balance in nutrition. We are consuming the heavy food, the fast food system. We are following the fast food system. The fast food system is very dangerous in daily life. Burger, pizzas, some paratha, beef, this type of food materials, these are included these fast food materials. We have a balanced diet. We want a balanced diet. In a balanced diet means the proportion of dietetic materials such as carbohydrate, proteins, fats, minerals, vitamins, water contents, etc. These contents must our balanced diet. So the lack of balanced nutritional diet will cause the good health condition loss. For a good health condition, we consume this type of balanced diet. The second is clean environment and surroundings. For good health, we are cleaning our environment and surroundings. We have already learned. This is the major thing of our daily life, our routine, daily routine. Clean your hands, clean your kitchen, clean your house, clean your surrounding of your house, clean your society, etc. Because the uncleanness, that is very dangerous, because that area is very dangerous area. Such type of area is helping to grow some microorganisms like bacteria, virus, fungus, etc. They cause diseases. And the third one is healthy air, no pollution in the surrounding. Healthy air, that means air pollution. Healthy air means lack of air pollution. We know about in atmosphere the 78% of nitrogen gas. The second largest is oxygen, about 21% of oxygen. The all living organisms respire oxygen. The clean oxygen will respire for the human vital activities, for living organisms vital activities. But some cases of air pollution like Delhi, Chennai, etc., some of the metropolitan cities, Bangalore, Kochi, etc., the air will pollute because of the largest numbers of vehicles, factories, etc. That area, the oxygen content of the atmosphere is very low. The number of percentage of oxygen in the atmosphere is very low. So that air pollution, that will cause many diseases. So in the condition of good health, we consume, we respire the pure, cleanest oxygen, cleanest air without any dust particles, carbon monoxide, some CFC, etc. Yes. Next is regular exercise. Regular exercise. For what? Regular exercise. For our increasing the vital capacity, the strength of the body, to increase the strength of the body, the bone development, and the blood circulation, the healthy working of internal organs like heart, lungs, kidneys, liver, etc. and also brain. Yes, this is the next regular exercise. Exercise and yoga, they were controlling our mind, relaxation of mind, providing relaxation of mind, etc. The next is proper rest. I think the adult person will rest, that means sleeping all around 7 hours daily minimum. In some smallest kids, students sleeping 8 hours, 8 to 9. The adult people 6 to 7. So the proper rest is lead to a good health. Proper rest leads to good health and good standard of living and economic standard. Good standards. We keep good standards and maintaining economic stability. We maintain the economic stability. That means we have no money for getting some food and shelter, proper dress, etc. We only need money, but we have no money for buying this food, dresses, or shelter, etc. So mentally we are in dangerous situation that time. Mental retardation is done at that time. So that is affected good health. So these are the basic conditions for good health. These are the basic conditions for good health. What are they? Proper balanced diet and balanced and nutritional diet. Second is clean environment and surroundings. Third one is healthy air, non-polluted air, the surroundings. Then fourth one is regular exercise, and fifth one is proper rest, and sixth is good standard of living and economic status. These are the basic conditions for good health. Basic conditions for good health. Then, in this type of organisms have diseases. Proper exercise, yoga, proper rest, good balanced diet, etc. Where will the infections comes from? That people have some infections, and the non-healthy persons also affected with infections. Where did the infections come from? Where did the infections come from? Yes, using of unclean water. Using of unclean water, lack of food, some genetic difference. Some of the colonies, like Mumbai, in Mumbai, Dharavi, like in Trivandrum, that some colonies are there. They were disturbed with proper good food, shelter, etc. They were using the uncleanest water because proper water connections are in there. So they were very disturbed. Such area, the microorganisms, because they were using the unclean water, stagnant water for cooking, for washing and bathing, and some other activities. That stagnant water, that uncleaned water, the microorganisms will grow in rapid motion. So the diseases will spread in that area because in the smallest area, the population is very, the population of that area is very high. The density of peoples is very high. So the diseases will spreading very fastly in that area. So for good health, the first point is be using pure water and food and clean environment and surroundings. Otherwise, the lack of proper cleaning environment and surrounding will cause many microorganisms, disease causing organisms were spreading to that area. Examples now, this time the current problem is the novel coronavirus. This is spreading towards that type of colonies. So this is a very dangerous situation. We know, we are seeing life in this time. So next is lack of food. Lack of food. The main reason of lack of food is poverty. Poverty is very dangerous situation because that persons have no money, proper job, proper shelter, proper food because the lack of money. So that type of people have poverty. That persons have lack of food. That is the main reasons for disease. The microorganisms will fastly affect that persons because their environmental issues is very dangerous, and in the internal structure the immune power will low in the body because lack of food. So all the microorganisms enter the such persons and will affect you. That will cause to death. That will cause to death. And the third one is genetic disorders. Genetic disorders means in this genetic disorders is give you examples for some genetic disorder. Yes, you just note this question. The genetic disorders, name of the genetic disorders in human beings. Okay, we just collect maximum names, genetic disorders names. Okay, and write in your notebook and learn well. Okay, the genetic disorders such as main is hemophilia. Have you heard about hemophilia? Hemophilia is a genetic disorder because that disease is transmitted to next generation and another generation. That disease are transmitted disease throughout generations. What is hemophilia? The blood losing in small cut or wound. With a small cut or wound, the blood will losing. That means that coagulation of blood, that means clotting of blood is not working. Coagulation of clotting of blood is not working because the blood flows outwards. That will cause to death. That is hemophilia. That is a dangerous situation. That is a genetic disorder. So, where did the infections come from? Three only: unclean water drinking, unclean drinking water, then lack of food, and third one is genetic problem, genetic disorders. That genetic disorders without that diseases causing, without pathogens, without any microorganisms. The problem is genetically disorder. That means the deoxyribonucleic acid, the chromosomal, the DNA, the DNA structurally very possible. That is the main reason. Without pathogen, because due this type of disease, that is genetic disorders. And then infectious and non-infectious causes. Infectious and non-infectious causes. That means immediate diseases. This is causing immediate diseases. So one example is peptic ulcer. Peptic ulcer. It's a very dangerous one. That time, peptic ulcer means it is actually this is a bleeding of internal organs in digestive tract, duodenum, mouth, stomach, etc. And bleeding and some of the particles or some of the infectious cells are developed in that pathway. So there are many more beliefs are there peptic ulcers, but actually this is their acidically based diseases. That is peptic ulcer. Peptic ulcer. In this peptic ulcer, that ulcer will, due to the presence of affection of some bacteria. That bacteria's name is Helicobacter pylori. Helicobacter pylori. Helicobacter pylori is the Helicobacter pylori. Helicobacter pylori is the reasons for this peptic ulcer. Helicobacter pylori is the microorganism that cause the peptic ulcer. This peptic ulcer, the Helicobacter pylori, were discovered by two scientists, Robin Warren and Barry Marshall. Robin Warren and Barry Marshall, two scientists, discovered the Helicobacter pylori, and they were discovered some antibiotics for destroying this type of Helicobacter pylori. They were manufacturing some antibiotics for peptic ulcer. The peptic ulcer is now this time not a dangerous disease. We will connecting this type of peptic ulcer with removing our body, because of the presence of discovering of some antibiotics. That antibiotics will destroy Helicobacter pylori. That is the reason for peptic ulcer. The discovered scientists are Robin Warren and Barry Marshall. And in this discovery, they got a Nobel Prize in 2005 for physiology and medicine. For physiology and medicine, they got Nobel Prizes. Yes. Then next is some of the organisms cause diseases, viral diseases, bacterial diseases, fungal diseases, multicellular organs like worms, etc. Okay. Then what is SARS? How will you explain SARS? It's a good disease sample. Staphylococci. Or bacteria is staphylococci. Staphylococci bacteria. Spreading diseases. Diseases are spreading diseases. Then trypanosoma. Trypanosoma. Next disease. Protozoan diseases. Trypanosoma is protozoan diseases. Leishmania. Protozoan diseases. Protozoan diseases. They cause Kala Asra. Leishmania is a protozoan disease that might infected vector that causing all In this, trypanosoma is another disease causing protozoan. The disease is sleeping sickness. Sleeping sickness. Look, SARS is positive organisms, is bacteria, that is Staphylococcus bacteria. Okay. Then trypanosoma is a protozoan sleeping sickness. That is a symptom. And the Leishmania protozoan Tala Aster. Then some roundworms. Then we are seeing intestine. They are parasitic in nature because the digested food is consumed itself. Digested food. So we are consuming food and then digesting. The digestion is a proper way, but the absorption level is very low because in our intestine some of the worms are present here. The multicellular worms are present here. Example, roundworms. They can consuming that type absorbable particles. So we have absorbable particle absorption is not possible that time. So we have some diseases. Then some of the other microorganisms, disease causing organisms. Have you heard about? So you are already learned that type of microorganisms. That microorganisms first is virus. Virus cause some diseases called influenza, dengue fever, and AIDS. Virus cause some diseases. That diseases are influenza, some fever, that means cold, and dengue fever and AIDS. AIDS is acute immunodeficiency syndrome. AIDS is caused by a virus, that is human immunodeficiency virus, HIV virus. And the second is bacteria. Bacterial diseases are typhoid, fever, cholera, tuberculosis, and some anthrax-like diseases. Bacterial diseases are typhoid, fever, tuberculosis, and anthrax, etc. And fungal diseases. Fungal diseases are some skin problems, skin allergies. They were caused by some fungus. In white shades of our skin, inflammations of skin, they were caused by fungal infections. And the protozoan, sleeping sickness, diarrhea, kala ulcer, malaria, these are the diseases causing from protozoans. In some type of worms causing some diseases, that is known as elephantiasis. Elephantiasis is a bulging of leg or hand, etc. Mainly in legs, like we can see in lungs, that is elephantiasis. Bacteria and virus, the lifestyle and dividing capacities are very same in nature, but the internal structure, DNA, RNA structures are very different. The cell structure is very different, but the working is almost similar to bacteria and virus. But the structure of virus, that is size of virus, is very low, very small compared to bacteria. So the viruses can engulfed by bacteria and destroy bacteria. This is a very important one. That then in bacteria antibiotics and bacterial cell wall affected with antibiotics are affected. Antibiotics using the bacterial cells, they can destroy the bacterial cells, cell walls, especially cell walls. But virus is not in that way. So this is the second main important parts of this topic. I will give you some questions, quick questions. You just write in your notebook the question and answer and learn well, study well. Okay, the questions are: what are the diseases that are not spread? Not spreading. What are the diseases are not spreading? Write the short notes of chronic and acute disease. Name some bacterial, virus, fungus and protozoan on worms diseases. Yes, you must write these questions and answer your notebook. Look, the question is: what are the diseases are not spreading? Write short notes on chronic and acute disease. Name some bacteria, viral, fungal, protozoan and worms diseases. Okay, students, we are concluding this chapter. You must write this question and write your notebook and learning well. The textbook must be ready. Okay, so see you tomorrow and bye.